Still, no matter where I go, at the end of every
How to Be Human, the official debut album by the one and only Chelsea Cutler, aka the album that fucking broke me yesterday. Not gonna lie, I was laying down on my fucking bed, like with this fucking song, with this fucking album, like through my headphones, and I was like, fucking like, god damn, I was so depressed the whole day after this album came out. But it was a good kind of depressed, if that makes sense. A little bit about Chelsea Cutler, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you clicking on this video have no fucking clue who she is, and rightfully so. She is super underrated, and it is fucking unfair that she's super underrated because she is by far like one of my favorite like female like singers and like artists in general. Chelsea Cutler is pretty much associated with like the Visionary Music Group, which like has artists like Logic, John Bellion, Quinn 92, uh Jacoy or something like that. Just a like a bunch of like underrated like artists of different genres like that have like that aren't like everybody else in the industry pretty much. They're like their own sort of like genre, I guess you could say. um and Chelsea Cutler is a part of that team, and she actually she actually is like probably like one of the best artists to come out of that group, to be honest. I guess in my opinion, I've heard Chelsea Cutler on a lot of different like features and a lot of different collab projects like for the past 2 years. Like for example, there was this EP called Brent that came out last year with her and Jeremy Zucker, I think, or something like that. And it was a really short EP, but it was it was like some of the best like indie shit I've heard in a while. And I always felt that she like has a really good singing voice and has a lot of potential. At the same time though, I wasn't sure of what to expect from her, because this is her first like official like solo debut project, and I just like wasn't sure or aware, that is, of like what she was capable of on her own. And after listening to every 16 track on this goddamn album, holy fuck did she impress the fuck out of me in a very good way. For those of you that know, there is not that many like artists that can impress me, and it has to be like a really specific artist, like a really specific new artist that can impress me. And to be honest, like she did everything right on this album. Like holy fuck. Personally, for me, this album is the album that you are looking for when it comes to something super relatable that you're going through, whether it's something good, whether it's something bad. This is the super relatable album that you are looking for, at least for me, because for me this album was super relatable. I feel like Chelsea Cutler was like secretly watching my personal life, and because like every track on this album, I felt like it was painting a picture of like pretty much everything that I've gone through in the past and everything that I like think on a daily basis now as an adult. You feel me? Like it's like the shit that keeps you up late at night pretty much. And it's it's just like a really beautiful and a very sad album. Chelsea Cutler's voice is very unique and very, very fucking beautiful. Like her fucking vocals are so fucking amazing. You know, she whenever she sings and whenever she like makes songs, her music and her voice can like pretty much make anyone like happy, want to fall in love, and fucking sad at the same time. Like those are the fucking emotions that I felt while listening to this fucking album. And that's really embarrassing for me to say, because I'm a stereotypical freaking like man that like wants to hide his emotions and can't show emotions. And then this album brought all of them fucking out at once, and I'm like it was like I was a fucking mess yesterday, guys. Like it was so bad. And it wasn't that I was a mess because I thought the album was bad. Like I thought the album was so good. It's just she touches on a lot of like personal deep shit that not that many artists would touch on. Like for example, she like, you know, she like touches on a lot about how she made a lot of past mistakes as a lover and how she wishes she could take it all back. You know, she apologizes to a lover at some point in this like in this album. You know, usually a lot of people will like blame their past lovers for like being the way they are, but you know, not that many people would like take credit for, you know, them being the ones that fucked up. And, you know, me personally, who fucked up my first ever relationship, that, you know, with a girl that was really good to me, and I was a piece of shit to her. You know, I definitely like related to Chelsea Cutler on that part. You know, of her like, you know, feeling like a piece of shit to her first lover, and how she wishes she could take it back, and you know, try to show that person that, you know, she's different than she was now. And you know, it's just a super sad like album that like, it's just, I don't know, man, it's just so fucking like, it's so important to me, I guess. You know, it's a really important album to be released this year, because it's like something that I think anyone can relate to. You know, whether you're an adult, whether you're like a child, whether you're a teenager, like, you know, it's something that I feel we can all relate to, because, you know, we all have something about ourselves that we don't like. And, you know, the fact that Chelsea Cutler, like, you know, like, expresses everything that she doesn't like about her, and, you know, what she, and, you know, like, how she's gonna like be that better person for not only for herself but for everybody else around her. You know, it's like, you know, something that not that many artists like are courageous enough to do. So, you know, props to her. Like, it's really, really like hard to open yourself up like that, especially when you're like a really new artist. A big theme from this album that I like took away personally is the idea that adults truly do not know shit. Literally, on a song called How to Be Human, the title of the fucking album, Chelsea Cutler pretty much says in that song that she thought when she turned 21 she would have had all of it figured out, and like, you know, pretty much like understood everything that she wasn't understanding before. But now, but obviously, you know, she still doesn't know how to deal with herself, how to deal with how to deal with her overwhelming sadness, how to be a decent human being. Like, pretty much as an adult, she's realizing that she still doesn't know shit, and like doesn't like she doesn't like know how to like handle herself still, how to handle her emotions, and that's okay. You know, I think a perfect way to like compare this album to is pretty much, or like this specific like song, is to a song that Logic made back in 2017, I believe. Back in 2017, when Logic made Everybody, and he has a song called Anxiety, where he says that we like have learned as children and as teenagers that adults truly don't know shit. And now it's scary because now I'm an adult that doesn't know shit, and it's like, it's just, you know, that one just hit way too close to home for me, bro. Like, this whole album. And of course, I really enjoyed that she had a little bonus track at the end, the very famous and heartbreaking song called You Were Good to Me, that still manages to fucking hit me right where it fucking hurts. Like, every time I can't listen to that song because of just how like true it is. You know, like another song of you know, us not being the very best person to a lover that was the most amazing person to you. And, you know, I relate to that song a lot, and I relate to everything about this album. And I think I'm just going in circles right now because it's, you know, it's been a very emotional day yesterday, and I'm still going through the fucking emotions right now, and I fucking hate it. How to Be Human is an album that I recommend to anybody that wants to hear like some really, really dope like indie pop, like bedroom pop sort of music. You know, yeah, yeah, it's like kind of like basic pop, but like, you know, it's different. You know what I mean? Because, you know, there is a lot of like acoustic guitars to it. You know, a lot of piano can be heard. And, you know, she even has like some EDM sort of vibes in here that she alone like produced on her own. So, you know, she has a lot of talent, and it shows a lot on this album. And I can't wait to hear what the future holds for her. Definitely recommend this very underrated and talented human being to anyone that has never heard of her. Please, please go show Chelsea Cutler some love, because she is just, yeah, she's just super fucking great. And with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, click that bell down below, all that good stuff, so you don't miss a single one of my uploads whatsoever. Hopefully, I don't fucking be as emotional as I am now. That is probably the only time you'll ever fucking hear me be emotional. But still, make sure you click that bell down below so you don't miss my uploads whatsoever. And don't forget to stay happy.
Is it over? Does it have to be over? Wanna share a cigarette? I want your head on my